Hi, my name is Sam Corman, and today I'd like to talk to you about Lookout Finance. Lookout Finance is a personal financial technology application that I started about 2 years ago. The whole premise of Lookout is that money is a very large stress for adults in America. And we think that a lot of people, realize this, but they don't actually track their spending and their saving very well. And our entire goal is to help people live in a financially responsible manner, or at least more financially responsible, and just get a better, visibility into their own finances. And so the way that we are going about this is we want to allow people to connect to this platform, which is currently a website. We want them to be able to connect their bank accounts, their brokerage accounts, their student loans, credit cards, mortgages, really any sort of investment account or loan account or bank account, anything like that, in order to get a holistic view of their finances. We actually support over 48,000 different financial institutions, so pretty much everybody should be able to connect their institutions and see their finances in a single place. And so what it does is it aggregates all this different data together so that you can see your spending, your savings, your income and expenses, and your net worth all in a single place. It gives you a view into your transactions and into other sort of helpful insights. For example, like where you're spending your money by category and by vendor, and you can also see like views of your accounts and stuff like that. So the whole goal that all of that is trying to accomplish. We're trying to get our users to ask themselves and hopefully answer the question of, how am I doing with my money? Am I doing well? Like, am I spending too much? Should I allocate more spending to this area versus that? How much can I afford to spend at this certain time? And so just giving people visibility into all of that should hopefully let them be able to answer that question better. And that's our entire goal. So I'll take you through a little bit what our entire path was and how it started. It started 2 years ago, just as an idea of this platform that I'd be able to do this, and you can see over here what the initial wireframes looked like. And we actually built out a fully functioning product last summer in August and released it to a bunch of beta members. However, the feedback that we got was that the connections were not very great, between the banks, and there were also too many features. We had a lot of insights where we would say, if you do this or that, or go to this sort of website to help you refinance your mortgage, or credit card or something like that, change your credit card to a lower interest rate. Many of our users thought of those as ads instead of actual helpful tips that we were trying to give to them. And so, and then fast forward to the beginning of this year is when I actually decided to make this project my honors capstone. And so throughout this year, I've been working on completely renewing everything about Lookout, basically. And that's what we have here. Is we just very recently launched our latest beta version of the site, and we're currently trying to grow our user base. We have a couple beta members, and they're giving us a bunch of useful feedback for tweaks that we can make to make it easier for people to connect accounts and stuff like that. So one of the major questions that people typically ask when when they hear about this is, how do you make this secure, because you're dealing with people's bank account information. So the way it works actually is we use a third-party data aggregator called MX, and what they do is they allow us to add a frame that we put onto our website, and it allows users to sign into their banks directly, actually. And then their bank will ask them a question like, would you like to grant Lookout access to this data, and whatnot. And if they agree and are willing to connect, their accounts, the bank will actually send us the data directly, which means that we never actually touch any bank credentials for people, which is very nice because we don't have to worry about that security vulnerability. However, we are still dealing with personal financial information. So in addition to that, all of the information that we keep is encrypted and stored in our database, and they're run on AWS servers. So they have a lot of built-in security features as well. Um, so yeah, that was a big part of it as well. I can go through a little bit of the technical background of how it works. So the back end is built in Python using Flask as a framework for running the web server, and then the front end is built in React. Um, and one of the major like key takeaways I I came with this project is how much it actually helps to plan things out beforehand, how the project architecture is going to work, and what you actually want to be building before you actually start building it. So as I mentioned, we built a fully functioning product before really getting feedback on how useful that was. And while it was a good learning experience, I certainly wouldn't do that again. So this time through, we went and did a ton of user testing ahead of time before building out the entire product, and that was super helpful because I basically had to start not entirely from scratch, but tear away a lot of what was there already. So that was certainly a learning experience, and something that I'll have for the future. But so for the future steps, I'm continuing to work on this project. Um, we are trying to build our user base. There are a couple different end goals that could possibly come. One of those is to just keep it as its own platform, and start charging a subscription fee like $3 a month or something for people to use it. Another possibility would be to sell it to some sort of bank or financial manager to white label, and they would use it as a tool for their clients. But right now the goal is basically to grow the user base and see if people are interested in this sort of technology, and if they'd be willing to use it and sign up and link their accounts. So it's been a really exciting process, and it's honestly been a ton of fun to create something new like this. Um, so yeah, that about does it for this presentation. But I want to thank you for watching, and yeah, thank you very much.